Phoebe, welcome back to the Backlog Quest, and happy 2020 everyone! Can you believe that we're up to a new year already? Because I can't, and it may not be New Year in your part of the world, but it is in mine. This is my video for the updates of how I did with my 2019 goals and what my goals are for 2020. So let's start with how I did last year. My first goal for last year was to start a channel, which I did. I didn't start one, but I started two. This channel for reducing my backlog, where my first video went up on the 26th of January last year. And later in the year, I started a writing channel because one of my hobbies is writing, and I found that I wanted to talk about my writing as well as what I'm reading and watching, but I don't think that it suits what this channel's for. This channel's for reducing my backlog, and writing is not reducing my backlog. So I started a second channel for that. If you want to check it out, it's linked to my channel somewhere. Actually, I'll go put a link to it in the comments. Another goal was to post weekly videos, which I definitely didn't do, especially since my last video on this channel was 3 months ago. And to reduce my backlog. Reading-wise, I read 37 books. My goal was 54. So I didn't get the goal, but I did read on a more frequent basis. I'd been trying to get out of a reading slump that I've been in for the last couple of years, so I feel that I'm out of it now. And now that I'm out of it, I need to just continue reading. These may not be in order, but I'm just going through the books that I did finish last year. I finished Bird by Bird, Some Instructions on Writing and Life by Anne Lamott. The Barefoot Investor's Step-by-Step Guide to Financial Freedom by Scott Pape. The Barefoot Investor for Family, The Only Kids Money Guide You'll Ever Need by Scott Pape. First We Make the Beast Beautiful, a new story about anxiety by Sarah Wilson. One Dark Throne by Kendara Blake. Two Dark Reigns by Kendara Blake. When God Whispers Your Name by Max Lucado. Porn, The Black Coat Rebellion Book 1 by Amy Carter. Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. Dazzling Heights by Catherine McGee. The Towering Sky by Catherine McGee. Captive, The Black Coat Rebellion Book 2 by Amy Carter. Queen, The Black Coat Rebellion Book 3 by Amy Carter. I reread Matched Book 1 by Ali Condi. Crossed by Ali Condi. Reached by Ali Condi. The Forgotten Sisters by Shannon Hale. Red Moon Rising, Discovering the Power of Prayer by Pete Grigg. I reread the entire Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Yu-Gi-Oh! R Volumes 1 to 5 by Kazuyo Takakashi. Jesus Freak, Stories of Those Who Stood for Jesus, The Ultimate Jesus Freak by DC Talk. A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. My Time with God, Renew in His Presence Daily by Joyce Meyer. Jesus Freaks, Stories of Revolutionaries Who Changed Their World, Fearing God Not Man, DC Talk. Dangerous Calling, Confronting the Unique Challenges of Pastoral Ministry by Paul David Tripp. Ordering Your Private World by MacDonald Gordon. The Complete Sherlock Holmes by Arthur Conan Doyle. Yesterday's Gone, Season 1 and Season 2 by Sean Platt and David W. Wright. Take Off Your Pants, Outline Your Book for Faster, Better Writing by Libby Hawker. No Plot, No Problem, Low Stress, High Velocity Guide to Writing a Novel in 30 Days by Chris Batty, and Dracula by Bram Stoker. And what I have started this year and still reading is The Quandahorn Experiments by Rob Grant. On Writing a Memoir of the Craft by Stephen King. Teach Me to Pray by Andrew Murray. 365 Daily Devotional Insights. And I started that book in 2018, and I'm currently on, where am I up to? I'm currently on October 6th, so close to 2 years, and I'm still not finished it yet because I'm terrible at doing daily devotionals. Still listening to Yesterday's Gone. I'm on season 3 at the moment, and I keep wanting to forget about that series because I don't like it, and I'm a crazy person for listening to something that I don't like. I didn't keep as good track of the TV shows I watched in 2019 as I did with the books. One of my goals was to finish all of Doctor Who, and I'd planned to watch one Doctor a month, and I only watched the first Doctor. After I finished William Hartnell, I decided that I needed a break before I started the second Doctor, and I haven't started the second Doctor yet, so that's my plan to watch after I finish what I'm on at the moment. So I finished Doctor Who, I finished Star Trek Season 1 and 2, I'm still watching Season 3, I finished Veronica Mars Season 4, I rewatched all of Veronica Mars except half of Season 3. I don't watch most of Season 3 when I do rewatches. I really don't know what else I'd watched. Okay, I just found my list with some of what I watched. It's not everything though. So on this list I've got rewatch of Veronica Mars, Doctor Who, The First Doctor, The IT Crowd, The Internet Is Coming, Horrible History 6 and 7. I did watch some of the other series of Horrible Histories. It's one of those shows that I just love putting on when I want to watch something but I don't actually know what I want to watch and don't want to pay full attention. The anime Rini Seasons 1, 2, which I have on DVD, and Season 3, which I watched on Crunchyroll thanks to a friend who gave me 24-hour pass so I could finish it. House MD, all seasons. I'd watched some of House on TV when it was out. Star Trek Season 1 and 2, still watching Season 3. I watched quite a number of collections of Naruto Shippuden. I still haven't finished it yet because I was waiting for the rest of Naruto Shippuden to finish on DVD before I complete watching. Movies I watched, the only two I wrote down was The Martin and Shaun of the Dead, but I know I watched a couple of other movies. I know that I watched the anime Seven Seeds on Netflix because I was really disappointed in how it finished. I watched 2 movies with the title Mother in it on Netflix. They were both really weird. Though they don't really count towards my backlog, I watched way too much stuff on Netflix this year. I only kept my Netflix around to watch The Good Place. And they keep going and splitting The Good Place over 2 lots and making me wait for the episodes to come out, so I haven't cancelled it yet, but I'm now not sure if I'll cancel it because I've found more shows that I like on Netflix. I've already got all my books. I'm just having a quick check to see if there's any books I hadn't wrote down on my other list. Yes, I got all of them. Yeah, so watching TV shows is not as a high priority as my books are. So I haven't done as much TV. I haven't watched as many TV shows this year as what I've watched in previous years. But I did watch too much on Netflix when I should have been watching what I had on DVD already. So that's one thing I do have to change next year is watch more of what I have on DVD. And one thing that I discovered this year with trying to only do watching stuff that I'd never seen before is that I do need my shows that I'm familiar with to break it up. I rewatched Red Dwarf as well. My shows that I rewatch on a regular basis is Red Dwarf, Veronica Mars, Daria. I watched some of Daria this year, but not all of Daria. Horrible Histories and Stargate SG-1, and Danny Phantom sometimes gets frequent rewatches, but it's not as frequent. Same with The Wild Thornberries. I've finished Young Dracula. I don't have that written down on my list as something that I finished, but it was my first video on this channel. I can't believe I almost forgot about it. I love that show. I started my year with vampires and I finished my year with vampires because I started it with Young Dracula and I finished it with listening to the audiobook for Dracula. I need more vampires in my life next year. I love vampires. But not Twilight vampires. I never got into them. Real vampires is what I want in my life. So what I'm still watching at the moment is Naruto Shippuden, Star Trek Season 3, and Ice Road Truckers. 2019, I didn't finish any video games at all. They're just not as high priority anymore. I would love to sit down and play games, but they just take up way too much time that I don't have. My first priority is writing. My second priority is reading. My third priority is reducing the TV shows that I have, and very low down on the list is video games. I do play them sometimes while I'm watching TV, but it's just not as high on the list. So what I played this year was... Oh, I did finish a game. Oh, that was a replay though. I replayed Cosmo's Cosmic Adventure Episode 1. I finished it when I was a kid, and I refinished it this year in preparation to play Cosmo's Cosmic Adventure Episode 2. I finished the first 2 or 3 levels of Episode 2, and then I just stopped playing. What else did I play? I played The Lion King, and I finally got past the stupid waterfall level I've been stuck on for years and years and years. I have it on PC, but I finished it on the Switch when the Switch version came out, because the console version is just way easier to play than it is on keyboard, and the Switch version actually has save points. So I feel like I finished The Lion King, even though I haven't really, because of the fact I finally got past the spot that I've been having trouble with for years. I played some of The Sims 4, I played some of The Sims 2, I played some of Plague Inc. The most furthest I've got in the game is Pokemon Shield, which I've only been playing this month. Yes, I am playing Pokemon Shield. I've got Sword and Shield, and I forgot which copy I was playing for a moment. So I have a lot of video games, but I just haven't had time to go sit down and finish any of my video games. I did finish the Living Story for Guild Wars 2, so I'm all caught up besides the most recent story. I haven't been playing as much Guild Wars as I have in previous years, because my gaming desktop died at the end of... I think it died in 2018, towards the end of the year. And I just haven't had the money to replace my gaming computer. And while I can play games on this laptop that I'm recording with, it gets really, really hot really quickly when I play Guild Wars, and I just don't like having the fans running at full speed all the time when I'm playing games. So I usually just log in, do my dailies, do a little bit of the story if there's a new story, run around a map or two for a little bit, and then get out when the fans start spinning up. So I haven't played as much as I would love to play Guild Wars, because that used to be my wind down thing I'd do in the afternoon while I was watching TV after I'd finished work for the day. So I would love to get back to that, but it's just not practical with the laptop that I have at the moment. Without my gaming computer, I just haven't had that interest in gaming either. My goals for 2020 are to keep reading, to finish all of Game of Thrones. So I haven't actually read Game of Thrones, but I want to read all of them. I bought the first couple of books years ago when I first started watching Game of Thrones, and I decided while I was watching that I'd finish the season and then I'd read, and then I just kept putting it off, and then eventually I decided I'll just wait for the TV show to end, and once it's ended, I'll then read the books. And I now feel that I've now had a big enough break between the end of season 8 to start the books fresh, so that I'm not thinking of the TV show too much while I'm reading the books. So that's my main reading goal for the year. They're big books. It'll probably take me all year to read them, but that's my goal. I want to read all of Game of Thrones. My next goal is to finish all my manga and light novels. I don't have too many of those, so it's just a case of putting a weekend or two aside to just sit down and read as much as I can. Buying goals is to only buy non-fiction, because I'm really into non-fiction at the moment and I love learning new things, and only continuations of series and authors that I'm already following, and to read all of those purchases pretty much as soon as I purchase them. And I'm really trying not to buy anything that I don't already have the authors of already or the series of, because I want to reduce what I have already. I don't want to keep adding to what I have already. My TV show goals are to watch the second Doctor for Doctor Who, finish Naruto Shippuden, finish the anime Bleach, and to mostly watch what I already have on DVD, only buy continuations of series that I already have so I can finish off those series. So no buying new shows, which is real hard because there's so many anime that have come out in recent years that I want to watch that I have to keep telling myself I can't watch them because I have to finish what I have already. My gaming goals are to keep up with the living story on Guild Wars 2, to finish Pokemon Shield, to finish one of the Pokemon Let's Go games, which I don't actually have yet, but I want to play more of the Pokemon games, to finish at least one more Pokemon game. So I want to finish 3 Pokemon games next year. And my buying for computer games is Sims expansions and Pokemon games. And I do have another couple of other exceptions, but I highly doubt that any games will be released in them. Elder Scrolls, one of my exceptions, but I don't think a new Elder Scroll games. I don't know when the new one's due out. I don't know whether it's this year or next year, but it'd probably wait till next year anyway, because I usually like to wait till the price has gone down. My other exceptions is if any of the LucasArts adventure games get continuations. But I highly doubt that too, since LucasArts doesn't seem to have any interest in continuing with their adventure games, and I don't know where they stand now that Disney owns LucasArts. And Telltales, who made the Sam and Max and Monkey Island continuations, have since folded, so I really don't expect any more. And my channel goals are to keep posting this year and to be more consistent than I was last year, and to post frequent accountability videos. And my plan for my accountability videos is to do a live stream for what I have been reading, watching, and playing since the last time I did a video. As for the actual content, I'm still not fully decided. I don't think I'll do too many reviews since it got really hard to keep up with. I have a whole backlog of scripts that I wrote out for reviews, and I have recorded reviews that I never ended up posting on the channel. So I think I'm only going to do that this year if something really impacted me. So I still have a review to come out for Doctor Who, because that's already recorded. I just have to build up my confidence that it's not as terrible as I think it is and post it. And Veronica Mars is the other one that has a review coming for it, because I have lots of opinions about the 4th season, but I needed to give myself a break between when I looked at it. So at the moment, my main goal for this channel is just to post accountability updates for how I'm doing with reducing my backlog, which is why I created this channel in the first place. I'm not sure if live streaming will work out or not for that, so if live streaming doesn't work out, I'll try to record a video like I'm doing now. We'll see how good I stick to them, and hopefully I read more books next year and finish more of my backlog and not add too much to it. And my first planned live stream is going to be for the 8th of January in Australia, after I finish work. At the moment, my plan is to stream as many Wednesdays as possible, or Thursdays if I can't stream on Wednesday. And what are your own goals for this year? Do you have TV shows, books, other things that you're trying to do this year? Let me know what they are below.